a good thing to point out, it is a good thing to think about, and it's a good thing to reflect on the important roles and contributions, even if they don't always do the things that a mom would do it or the way we would do it. It's very important to support them, and the topic this week on the Mom Enough podcast is all about that. We have Dr. Marti Erickson here. I love this segment. I so agree with you. I mean, we talk about just in general, if you look big picture, from 50,000 feet, we always hear that there's really some major issues when the father is not involved in the child's life. There can be a lot of different ways that child moves along their life if they don't have the father figure.
Yes, in fact, there's a lot of research showing how fathers are associated with greater empathy, with better problem solving, with school success, having a father who's really involved, emotionally, as well as being responsible, financially responsible, and all the other things that go along with being a parent.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. The mom sometimes is the
breadwinner,
breadwinner, and then the father needs to take. It does, and the father needs to take more of a role. Okay, so let's lay out these just bullet points, and we're really just skimming the surface. You're going to need to listen to this podcast. So here it is. Playfulness, exploration, reasonable risk-taking, support for mom, and role negotiation that sets a good example. So talk about those things.
Well, the first thing, this is one of the things that shows up as being a common difference. Now, it's not that every father is this way and every mom is this way, but what we know is that fathers very often kind of push the kids to try more things, and they want them to explore a little further, and mom is maybe being more protective. And, that may be rooted in our evolution. Who knows? It may be a social construct. But that really is beneficial for kids to have a second parent who is helping them to really try new things.
Pushing them.
Well, yes, pushing or pulling them, enticing them, and although
we're talking sports, we're talking everything else. I mean, we're talking just like, hey, try it, just try it,
Sure, sure, and following the child's lead, because kids love to explore, but a lot of times as moms, we're saying, now watch out, you might get hurt, or oh no, don't do that. And we have a video from our family. I would never show it to anybody outside our family, but it's Ron, my husband, who always was a little rougher and a little wilder with our kids. And we have a video of him with both of our children when they were about 3 and 6, sitting on his lap, and he's just jiggling them to beat the band. And I'm standing in the background saying, Ron, somebody's going to get hurt. You're being too rough. And the kids now, watch that, and they just laugh their heads off. And it was so much fun to have them do those things.
Yes. Okay, let's go to emotional support and concrete help for mom that relieves mom's stress and benefits the children.
Yeah, fathers have a huge direct impact on the children, but they have an indirect impact by really supporting the mom emotionally. And that's something that's hard, because men don't always know the best way to do that, but just tune into the mom's emotions, especially in those early years or in the teen years, when kids are challenging in different ways.
Yes, okay. Let's talk about negotiating their roles in positive, respectful ways, which sets a good example for the children.
Yes, because moms and dads often are at odds in the way to do things, and we need to negotiate that. We don't want to fight in front of the kids, but negotiating it in positive. Yeah, we don't want to do that good cop, bad cop thing. We really want to get our heads together with our partners and figure out where there are differences in the way we do things, how we can resolve that for the well-being of the kids. And that means learning together. Go to ECFE, Early Childhood Family Education classes, when your kids are little, both moms and dads. It's a resource in Minnesota that's just unheard of in many other states.
Yeah, I did that.
And did you? Oh, it's so great.
Just me, though, not my husband, but most of the people's
dads are very involved now. But, really look for ways that you can learn together and think about your history, the way you were parented and what you want to leave behind and what you want to carry forward. But do that together and hear each other's stories.
And I think I lost my dad last fall, and I miss him so much. And I think about all the things that he did for me and he helped me with that at the time I didn't. Understand or really respect what he was trying to do, because he was tough. And now I'm like, oh man, thank the Lord he did that. I mean, because that is what molded me
Yes.
And
look what a strong, active, athletic woman you are.
No, I mean,
and all of
along
those
with
things.
my mom.
But with you.
But they work together so well. 5 kids,
Yeah, and
so
that's
important.
so powerful. And even when parents are divorced, they can do this. I mean, we have divorce in our family, but we also have a couple who, really have worked together post-divorce, at least as it relates to the children.
And it might even be harder then, but it's even more important, right?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Okay.
Fathers matter.
We only just skimmed the surface, as I mentioned. For more on fathering, tune into this week's Mom Enough podcast. It's available on all podcast platforms, and we have a link on KARE11.com. They have an expert there. It's going to be a great, great discussion about why fathers are so, so important. All right, coming up next.